It is an absolute lovely day today. I hope you guys are enjoying your time out and whatever. And I'm here because I had my first prophetic dream. I was so happy. I had it earlier this morning and I literally was in tears because I'm like, I had one. I'm taking off my glasses because they're broken. Plus, I don't like when they're my natural prescription, but they tint whenever I get in the sun. Um, but I will tell you my dream and then I will interpret it from there. So, what happens in my dream is I'm in this auditorium. There is a convention of sorts going on, and a lot of kids from all ages were bussed there. And one of the things that was going on is there was a art competition within the auditorium. I had sat towards the front, well, in the front row, and I decided I was going to participate. I participated kind of last minute, and so I had to rush with my drawing, but I was like confident in what I was going to do because I am an artist. And the competition dealt with drawing someone that had hair abilities. Well, more specifically, an illustration of someone with hair abilities. And I drew something based off of like my pure talent alone, and I kind of like rushed it, but I was confident, and I'm a pretty good artist, I would say so myself. And I handed it in. So there was a judges panel that was in the seating, the audience, towards the front. And basically, what they would do is after they had judged the art pieces, figured out who were going to be the winners, they would first hand out back everyone's illustration that didn't make it into the top three. And they were handing out all the papers, and I ended up getting mine back. And I ended up seeing that I didn't qualify in the top three, that I actually came in fourth place. That was a good place, but I wasn't completely satisfied with that, and I was a bit bummed out by that. And then what they were going to do was tell us what the top three winners are and list why they were chosen. So the first one they chose was this young boy. He was probably around the age of like 13, 14 years old. And his drawing, I could remember just the face of it for the most part, like just from the neck up. They had like a fro, a outed fro. It was like a guy with an outed fro. And instead of putting a hat on his head, he put a hat like in this weird, unique way where the guy had a more elongated neck and put like the hat like with like this decorative pieces around it on his neck. And it sounds weird, but it looked really cool and unique. And it had like this hip hop theme, and they really like that. Now, with my drawing, I don't even really remember what it looked like. I just know it was like good art. But with this one, I could at least remember from the neck up. Then the second winner, well, second place was announced. It was a girl, she was 5 years old. Now, the guy in third place, he had a lot of talent when it came to his artwork. The one in second place, she had a lot of talent too, especially for a 5-year-old, but hers wasn't as like technical and as nice and intricate as some of like ours would have been. But she had a lot of creativity within hers, where the character she had, hair was like long and all over the place, where it was so long it covered her body. And she had bows, ribbons, hair ties that was all over her hair, decorating it. And like the girl in the picture had a huge smile. It was just really cute and like creative and different. And then the person who came in first place was a girl who was around the age of 10. And the reason she was chosen was hers was like on a whole nother level. So with her drawing, it like these were all supposed to be illustrations, like for a book, and hers told like a whole story. It's a dream, so some things it wouldn't necessarily say, but dreams, anything can happen, and hers just told a whole story. The way she drew it in her image, from what I saw, the character was this beautiful woman with long kinky hair that went to like the middle of her back, and she had some of her hair pulled off to the side in her hand where she was holding it, and she had that collective of hair that was growing in length. It grew to like way longer than the rest of her hair, but she was making it do that. Oh, another piece I forgot to mention. The second place, her character had violet eyes. That was a detail that I didn't know had to be added to the characters too. And she had it. And so did the first place winner. She gave her character these bright, vibrant violet eyes. And when the girl, going back to the drawing, when she was holding her hair to the side, it was like elongated and her eyes were glowing like this bright violet, so beautiful. And it was like she was controlling the form of the hair. She could make the hair curly, any type of kink, 4C, 3C, 2C, B, anything she wanted. She could make it turn it into braids, into twists, into any type of way. And there was a girl that was drawn next to her, a little girl, and the little girl was bald, and she basically was creating hair and piecing it and putting it on top of the girl's head and giving her hair, and the hair became one with her head where it became actually her hair. And then after she had did that, it was like the young girl's eyes turned violet, where she passed that ability on to be for the young girl to be able to have. And that's when you realize that like the violet eyes not only gave them the ability to create hair as they saw fit and control how it grew and how it looked, but gave them the ability to see the world in whatever way that they chose and shape it how they wanted. And that was a dream. So basically what I got from it was, so in the beginning when I was there, I had confidence that I was going to do good because I'm a talented artist. And when the competition went on, another detail I had forgotten, I also had confidence because I knew most of the people who joined were children. Not saying that I think that I'm better than other kids or anything like that, but it just gave me more sense of confidence over them. But when I ended up finding out that I came in fourth place, it shows that when it comes to competitions, it's not based off of not just competitions, but life in general. Whatever you create, it's not based just off of talent alone. Talent isn't enough. Talent, as you saw, as I told you, only brought me, I wasn't even in the qualifying. I wasn't even in the top 3. Talent isn't enough. You need to have more than just talent. And then when they were announcing, and the fact that age doesn't matter. I know in this it was showing younger, but it's more than just that. Whether you're younger or older, it doesn't matter your age. You have a chance. It's never too late to do anything. And it doesn't mean that just because someone may have more experience than you, that you can't do just as well. Age does not matter for shit. And then I would like to go on then for the person who was in third place. With them, I could even remember my drawing, but with them, you could remember the neck up. They were unique, but their uniqueness was limited. They added some creativity, but not too much where it was super memorable. And they had a lot of talent, but they still were missing something, and they didn't have enough of balance of creativity. Then with the second place, I could remember hers. But what she was lacking is she was lacking some in talent, but though she was lacking some in talent, she still was good at what she did. She was good enough to get into second above us. But where she was lacking is she had creativity, but it went on to the point where it was just too much. There wasn't much of a direction with it. It was just kind of free to be let loose, but it was no direction, directionless. And then with first place, the reason why she won is not only was she extremely talented, but her creativity told a whole story. She had an immense amount of creativity. And not just that, but she put, just like how in the second place young girl, she put her heart into it. You know, when you use creativity, you're usually putting more emotion into things. That's when it's not just about your talents, it's about your emotion, your connection with that piece. But without that direction, like the first place winner has, there's no, it's just a nice work of art, but you have to be able to connect with people. There needs to be some type of connection. And when you're able to have some type of direction, some type of plan with whatever you're creating and putting out there, and it shows a story that you may feel like it just relates to you, but just because you're able to express yourself and your emotions within your art or whatever you're putting out there, it tells its own story, which will then put it out there to relate to other people. Now, within her drawing, when the woman was putting hair on that child and giving her style and like passing on the like her gift to her, was exactly how it sounds. Because of how you relate and how you dig deep with your talent, your creativity, your heart, your emotion, you putting your everything into what you create, that's how you relate to people. And when you relate to people, that's how you spread your blessings to them. And that's how they're able to put their own heart into it. It connects. That's the best thing you can do, is when you create things and it's able to connect to people, because that's how it spreads and you plant a seed in others. How it ended up spreading to that girl, even the violet eyes. That too, the fact that the second place and first place were the only ones that included the violet eyes. That's another sign saying, pay attention to some of the small details. You may think that they don't matter, but sometimes they do. Sometimes they can make the world of a difference. Because without those violet eyes, they wouldn't have had those abilities to see things that we weren't able to see and be able to create things in their world. Like, it was really important. So I hope that's the message of this dream. I hope this helped you, that you were able to get something out of this and come back to me in the future, because this is just the beginning. There is so much more to come, and I'm so excited and grateful for this gift that I've been given. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy your life. Please subscribe, support me, like me. I appreciate it. Bye.